Check out my wig! Less than $20 on Amazon. Well, you're about ready to meet all of us Noodles. Yes, hi, my name is Crystal, and we are the Noodle System. Hi, I am the Orange Noodle, and I am the host of the system. A lot of us Noodles think that we're the host when we are fronting. This is why we think that our symptoms closely match that of osdd 1A. We are a bunch of Noodles that are not very distinct from each other. But that's what this video is going to be all about. We're going to show you how we are distinct in our own ways. Yep, you're right. Yellow Noodle did go on a rant in this video, mentioning how she didn't understand all these systems out there that are putting out face claims and fictives and images and everything. And Yellow didn't remember that we've already done this. We have already found our fictives that are closely matched to what we remind each other of. So we're going to do our own face claim introduction, meet the alters video. And instead of having each Noodle come forward and showing you their personality, me as the host, I'm just going to go through and tell you a little bit about each Noodle. Here we go. The first thing I was going to mention is Sims. We have been watching people put up their Dolly alter faces or their Sims alters or whatever they're using to get their face claims. We finally downloaded a demo version of Sims and we created our face claims with Sims. This is mine. I know it looks like I'm upset or something, but no, if I could show you this sim and what it was doing when it was moving, you would see that she's concentrating really hard and then her mind is blown. This is because I tend to have the best ideas in the system and I am very organized and cognitively functional most of the time. I'm usually very aware of what's going on in the system at all times. I'm the observer. Next, we're going to talk about Quirky Maroon. Maroon is only 10 years old, and she has pigtails in her hair, and she's the dancer of the bunch. She actually reminds us of Six from Blossom. Do you guys remember Blossom? Six was her best friend. She also reminds us of Punky Brewster and Jeanette from Alvin and the Chipmunks. She's kind of nerdy and quirky at the same time. Next, we have Red. Red you met in our first video. She's kind of got this OCD discipline persecutor vibe, and she's also has this as her Dungeons and Dragon face claim. She's working on her controlling tendencies. Next we have Peach. She is the mom or the caretaker of the system. Back when Kathy was host, she was the face of Kathy. She was the face of the body. She was the one that everybody expected to see and expected to be the mom type. At the end of this video, you will see her speaking to the sun. She's peaceful, smiling, and, responsibility like June Cleaver. Next we have me, that's Orange. And if you watch this video, this is where you first see us, where we're making decisions for the system because Cyan Blues just couldn't get out of her own way. And yeah, I kind of have ties to the system like a spider web. I can see all and know all and hear all, and I really do not mind being the host, just as long as everyone is respectful towards me. Next is Gold. Now, if you think of a bowl of noodles, you think of yellow and gold colored noodles. And that is exactly what you saw when Kathy was our host. Gold is the checklist maker. Now, our niece, Chrislyn, drew Gold with the gold hair, and she cleans the house. She does everything you expect her to do as far as a good little girl. You can kind of think of her like Vicky. We've had her around since we were 5 years old, and that was our fictive that we didn't realize that we had a fictive. Do you remember Vicky from Small Wonder? I think the one you are going to relate to the most is SpongeBob, doing an excellent and above and beyond job at running the Krusty Krab. That is Gold. Next we have Yellow. Yellow was Kathy's right-hand man. She reminds us of Joy from Inside Out. Excessively positive, always trying to bring everybody up when they're feeling down. Unfortunately, though, Yellow is toxic positivity. She actually thinks she owns these noodles. She talks about them quite a bit using the words my, and she's even said that she's created the noodles, like in a synthetic lab sort of thing. Next is Lime Noodle. He is an interject of our husband. He is critical, he's angry, he's like a bomb ready to go off. We have to be very careful around him. He controls us in so many ways. It wasn't until we moved into this bedroom that we were finally able to see him in a different light. No, he is not Jafar, Crystal. Remember, he is Iago. Iago, yeah, from Aladdin, just the annoying parrot that won't shut up. He's not real. He's not your real husband. He's just an interject. Just let him be. Let him squawk away all he wants. Next we have Green. She lives in a fantasy most of the time. You remember the friends and family video that we did? Yeah. She still hopes that one day they will love and accept us for who we are. But she also has a mirror that she holds up all the time. The mirror is basically whatever people show her, she gives. So if they are loving, she gives love. But if they're angry, she rejects them. She reminds us of disgust from Inside Out. She's critical of others behind their back, but to their face, you would have never known it. She's cunning and kind of has a narcissistic personality type. That is Green. Next, we have probably the most important noodle of them all. That is Mint. Mint, or Mint Green we've called her, was the little girl that is now grown into a beautiful, courageous young woman. She used to be like Ariel without a voice. She asked me to help her say thank you to D.I.D Hatchery in this video. A lot of noodles will rave about Mint and how excited they are for her progress. She's learning how to speak her truth, and it is because of her that we are in this bedroom, learning all about our noodles. Next, we have Till Noodle. She's the protector of the noodles when it comes to all things lime or husband related. If we are not protected by her, then she thinks it's her job to fix it. She is trying to stop, though. She's trying to find balance. If you remember any of our Till videos, you'll remember that she has a little bit of an addiction to being codependent. She reminds us of Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie, but maybe instead of the devoted wife Jeannie, she's like the twin sister. The twin sister of Jeannie probably did not do everything nobly, but for her own selfish reasons. That's kind of what Till was, until she started to find her balance. Next, we have Cyan Blue. And here's our theory. We think she's an age slider, because sometimes she's cyan, sometimes she's blue. Either way, she's on the same color wheel. And I think when she's a child like Jessie that you might have seen in the Cabbage Patch video, she was just, full of life and happiness and excitement and everything. But as this little girl grew up, she became depressed, hypochondriac. She couldn't function, and she highly influences the system all the time. She highly influences to the point where this is the main reason why we have sought professional help for as long as we have. The next noodle is Indigo. He doesn't like to front, but he does protect us by being a shield. He'll shut us down in a numbing sort of way so that we don't feel the beatings. And by beatings, I mean verbal abuse. It doesn't always have to be physical. If you remember watching this video, you'll remember us speaking about some triggering things about our brother and Indigo. Next is Purple. Purple is also someone that doesn't front. He reminds us a lot of Willy Wonka from the Chocolate Factory, or Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. And when Johnny Depp is prancing around as Jack Sparrow or Willy Wonka, there's something sinister about him in the front, but really he has nothing but good intentions for the system. That's exactly like Purple. He's aloof. He's good-hearted. He helps us zone out. He influences every noodle the very best he can. But like I said, he rarely ever fronts. Next is Lilac. You may have heard us talk about her before. She's like the fortune teller of the system. She advises us. She doesn't have an opinion. She only helps us weigh the options. She can see into the future because she's all-knowing. At least she thinks she is, so we don't all agree that she is. She's basically the crystal ball of the system. Next, we have Pinky. She's our sexual altar. Her bubbly personality reminds us of Pinky from My Little Ponies, but her true nature underneath everything reminds us of Vivian from Pretty Woman, the Julia Roberts character. And just like Julia Roberts' character, Pinky has prostituted herself in exchange for love, but she's really just looking for Mr. Perfect. Magenta is our rebellious noodle. She's angry, and she yells at us in this video here, if you haven't watched that one. She treats the kids like they're pesty siblings, but they're really our children. Magenta just has a spunk about her, and she is the biggest reason why we are struggling with either wanting to stay in the marriage or leave the marriage. Next is Black and White Noodle. Black and White Noodle used to be two different noodles until we did some soul searching and realized that black and white both symbolize the same thing: death. Black and white never fronts, but highly influences the system. The black noodle is like the Grim Reaper. We're always wondering when our timing is going to be done on this earth. Is it going to be tragic and too young? Or is it going to be when we're older and our lives had been well lived? You see, our father passed away when he was only 38 years old, and we are 39 years old as the body, and we are constantly wondering when we are going to meet our end. But like a coach who was just trying to help us get better, we realized that Black and White Noodle is not as scary as he used to be. And those are the 17 noodles. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you joining us on our journey. There's no need to subscribe, no need to share the channel, no need to even like the video, but we really do appreciate the comments. Comment if you have anything you'd like to ask or anything you'd like to validate us on. We really are looking for people that relate to what we're going through. Thank you so much, and see you on the next video. Bye.